Hello friends, this is Chadha from Astrohealer. Today, I shall be talking on a topic which may or may not concern you, but those enthusiasts who wants to learn the basics of astrology, who are into astrology, they will understand this as a lesson. See, whenever we get a horoscope made, and we need to analyze it, there are basic few steps that we need to follow. So that helps us in prediction, that helps us to give a proper inputs on a given chart. These 10 steps that I shall be talking about or covering in this video are very important. So those who are interested in astrology must watch this video right up till the end. See, whenever you get a chart in your hand, most of the people are interested, or they would ask me, which are the yogas that are forming in the chart? Now, what are yogas? See, when planets, they come together in one particular sign, in one house, or if they exchange their sign, or if they exchange their nakshatra, then we say a yoga is formed. These are yogas which are very important in astrology. Yogas which happens due to conjunction. Conjunction means when two planets are into one house in one sign, then we say, yes, these are the planets in conjunction. These yogas are decoded, and then we give you the prediction that what is in store for you in future. Even if there are 3, 4, 5 planets sitting in one sign, you can still find out the yogas that are forming for that particular house. I'll give you an example. Like, for example, Jupiter, Mercury, Venus, Sun are in one sign. Say it is the sign of Cancer. Yogas will be formed. How? That's the big question. Yogas would be formed by the conjunction of Jupiter with Mercury, Jupiter with Venus, Jupiter with Sun, Sun with Venus, Sun with Mercury, Mercury with Venus. Because all are sitting in one sign, they all will start forming yogas. Similarly, now I'm talking about the steps. As soon as a horoscope is prepared, there are 10 steps that you need to follow. And this 10 steps is a very consolidated way of looking into a horoscope and telling the person what is in store for you, whether it is a relationship, whether it is his career, whether it is a profession, or whatever the case may be. So let's begin with the 10 steps that we need to follow when you are into a consultation, when you are analyzing a horoscope. And these 10 steps I shall be dealing with or talking about, and in brief, in nutshell. Let's begin. So friends, the first step is look at the planetary combinations or yogas that are formed in your horoscope. Look at the exchange of the sign. Look at the exchange of houses, nakshatras, and conjunction. This is the first thing that you will consider when you look at someone's horoscope. That's very important. This is the first step when you're doing the analysis of the horoscope. The second point, most important point, is that what I call as planetary war. In planetary war, in one house, if there are two planets, suppose one is at 19 degrees, the other planet is at 20 degrees. The planet at 19 degrees will win the war and he will influence the other planet which is losing the war, and the quality of the lower planet will have an upper hand on the higher degree planet which is lost the war. So you have to understand which is the planet with the lower degree wins the war. The third point is look at the favorable or unfavorable planets in the horoscope. Classification says that planets are natural benefic and natural malefic. Natural benefic planets are like Jupiter, Venus, Moon, Mercury, and so on. Natural malefic planets are Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, Sun, and Mars. These are the natural malefic planet. First, you need to identify them in the chart. The fourth point is look into your horoscope, planetary burning. That's called combustion. A planet which comes very close in conjunction to Sun, that planet burns out, or we call as the planet is combust, or in Hindi it is called as grah ka ast ho jana. Look which of the planet has got combust in your horoscope. The fifth point says look at Saturn or Saturn's influence. Saturn tends to dominate all the planets wherever it is sitting. Now whenever it interacts with other planets, it will always dominate it, except for Rahu and Ketu. With Rahu and Ketu, Saturn would be at par. So it will be as strong as Rahu or Ketu and it will be at par. This is to be borne in mind. Sixth point is Raj Yoga in your horoscope. Raj Yoga which is formed by Rahu or Ketu. If that is the case, whenever a planet which rules a Trikona Bhav, that's the first house, fifth house and ninth house, sits with Rahu or Ketu in a Trikona Bhav or Kendra Bhav, the fourth house or the fifth house, it forms a Raj Yoga. This has to be kept in mind, it's very important. The seventh point says Yoga of the Conqueror. I'll explain to you. When a planet which is debilitated in a sign, but it is conjunct or sitting with a planet which is exalted in the same bhav, in the same rashi, then this creates a Neech Bhanga Yoga. And during the exalted planet, when Dasha, Antardasha comes, this Neech Bhanga Yoga will be giving you excellent results. The eighth point says grouping of houses. Now you need to break the house into two groups. One group is called as auspicious or good houses. Those are house number 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 10 and 11. These are known as auspicious or good houses. The other house which is known as inauspicious are house number 3, 6, 8 and 12. These are the houses which are bad houses. We have to determine, or we have to look while doing analysis, the lord of these houses or planets sitting in these houses will give you what results. Now the ninth point says clustering or cluster of planets in one sign or one house. Now having multiple planets in one house indicates very heightened activity and events related to that particular house. We need to consider both positive and negative influence of the planets which are involved or having a cluster. These clusters are also called as stelliums in astrology. Finally, I will be talking about the 10th point, the final that I would consider is consider the divisional chart, D1 chart, D2 chart, D3, D4 and so on. These charts will provide additional information about a planet, but please remember, I always tell my people who are into contact with me, always look into D1 chart. D1 chart is a pivotal chart when you are doing analysis of a horoscope. D9 chart will only show you if a planet has come out of a weakness or no, and D9 chart is more active after you get married. Friends, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you like this video, and if you have, give it a like, subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell icon as well. See you soon.